I mean, I wouldn't say they haven't been around for long. They've always been around. White people been around, but they ain't never been at the top of society. We was always meant to be at the top. But because what you said right here, check this out. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass that if thou were not hearken, that means listen, unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to obey all his commandments, then all these curses should come upon you and overtake thee until thou hast been destroyed. The Most High God said that if we don't listen to what he told us to do, every bad thing that's happening to us to this day, that's gonna be on us to this day, bro. So when you see we getting shot down in the streets, you see that we can't get jobs, you see that we the first fired, last hired. All this stuff is a curse for disobeying God's statutes and commandments.
How did you find these translations?
So this right here, this is why we say we go according to history, archaeology, and prophecy. So we take the, let's just say the so-called Haitians, right? And the so-called Dominicans. They're on the island together. It's a prophecy in the Bible that says that the Levites and the Seminites will be oppressed together. And how can you explain that those are the same people that's on the island to this day? They still don't, they fight against each other to this day, but they actually the same people. So we look at the prophecy that was said that the Israelites will be in these certain positions, and then we just compare it to who's actually going through these things to this day. You understand what I'm saying? So like this curse right here, that's why we put this image up there. This is something that the Jewish man can't relate to, right? Check this out. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So you heard about the last Egypt when he was like, let my people go. So I'm from Israel, born and raised, literally. I walked into Egypt, fam. I literally walked into Egypt. So the Most High God said that he would bring us back into Egypt. What was we doing in Egypt? We was slaves. We was building up the pyramids, right?
Let my people go. Moses, Pharaoh.
Okay.
So he said what? You got it right there?
What you want?
Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
I had that second Ezra 5 where it goes through all his favorites.
I like that. We're gonna bring that out too.
Okay. 28 and 68.
Uh-huh.
All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
So when we left up out of Egypt, we literally walked into Israel. You don't need a ship to go to Egypt, bro. Like I said, I'm from there. I literally walked into Egypt. So when he said he was going to bring us back into Egypt, he was talking about the condition, which is bondage. Keep going.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So he promised us. He said, yo, I'm never going to let y'all go back into Egypt to be in subjecting to the Egyptians. He made a promise with us. So what he said is what?
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Uh-huh.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
Unto your who?
Unto your enemies.
Uh-huh.
For bondmen
Uh-huh.
and bondwomen.
Uh-huh.
And no man shall buy you.
So when you see this image right here, they literally had us on auctions, bro. And they sold us to the so-called white man. They sold us to the Chinese man. They sold us to the Arab man. We're scattered throughout the world, but it's only one demographic of people that can relate to that, and that's us. Before we came on slave ships, they took the so-called Mexican man and shipped his ass all over the world, and they sold him on slave ships. And then they came to the west shores of Africa and got us. This is,
Seville, Spain.
yeah.
It was the reverse slave trade capital of the world. When they came and got Northern Kingdom from over here and brought them back over there, they brought them to Seville, Spain. That's why Spanish, that's why they speak Spanish. You know, because they're so-called Mexican, but they speak Spanish. Yeah, so what is a Mexican? That's not their nationality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And same thing with us. We speak in English. We didn't speak English.
We speak
No.
the language of our oppressor, the people that conquered us.
Exactly. Because just think about it. When we got off them boats, we were speaking another language. They put it in your face. Roots, you ever saw Roots? They beat his ass until he started speaking English and made that nigga say Toby. This is something that they did to us, and it's only a certain demographic that can relate to that. The so-called Jewish man never been on slave ships.
Any of the prophecies.
He don't fit none of the prophecies. That's why we say we teach the truth of the Bible according to history, archaeology, and prophecy. See, a lot of our people, they don't even know that World War III is written in the Bible. They don't know that every great nation have a nuclear weapon that's directed at America right now. Right now.
And you think about it, every great kingdom in the history of the earth is all fallen. They've all went down. Egyptian, Persian, Mede, Babylonian, Greek, Roman, all those great kingdoms, they all failed. You know what I'm saying? So this kingdom can't go on forever.
And it's
the kingdom of God got to come.
That's right. That's why, so we come out here and teach this. Before y'all go, let me get Romans 12:2. So this is what we do. We come out here, we get our people to identify that we are the people of the Bible. And by knowing that, it's certain things that we have to do so that we can obtain salvation. Because this ain't gonna be like the last Exodus when everybody walked up out of Egypt. Nah, these so-called things that they call UFOs, those are chariots of
On
God.
your arm right there.
You see what I'm saying? Through the Spirit, bring that out.
All right, this is the book of, hold on, let me look at
Go
that.
ahead.
All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 2.
Uh-huh.
And be not conformed to this world.
Be not what?
Be not conformed to this world.
So that's what a lot of our people, they conform to this world. All they want to do is chase a bag, chase a bitch, look fly. You see what I'm saying? Keep
But
going.
be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
So that's what we out here to do, to tell our people like, yo, we ain't just niggas. We ain't just Mexicans. We are the people of Solomon, David, Moses, Aaron. Those are our forefathers. But you got to transform the renewing of your mind.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
So that's what we out here doing. We trying to prove ourselves to God, not to the world. I give a damn, man. I can be out here preaching to the wind and tell me two righteous brothers like y'all, and I done did my job. Because this is what God told me to do. He told me to come out here. Matter of fact, give me Luke 14 and 21. He told me to do something.
When you're done,
Uh-huh.
if you don't mind.
Of course, go ahead. I'm definitely gonna hit you. I'm gonna hear you out, bro. Cause you was taught by your father some ism that a lot of people don't know.
Dad's a sovereign citizen. He's not run by any government.
Yeah, I heard of that. Some people, what they call like 5%ers? Like 5%ers?
I don't know about that. That's a different thing. Sovereign citizen means that my dad doesn't have a social security card. He's a horse.
Right.
Taxes.
Right.
It's not own him. He does not have to have a driver's license. Do you know that my dad doesn't drive?
Right.
My dad travels
Right.
from one location to another, and he does not have to have a license to do that. He is a free citizen in America who can travel from A to B. He uses a transportation vehicle to do that.
Right.
He doesn't have to have a driver's license. They've played this whole system.
Yeah.
making us
Your license
believe
plate is if you're
all
doing
of that.
commercial.
Exactly.
You have a social security card, right?
Yeah, most definitely. That was the first thing.
You have a bank account.
It's the first thing they traded was the slaves.
You have
Yeah.
a bank account with money already in it. That's the reason why you have to give your employer your social security card.
Yeah.
They're giving you your own money. You're not making money.
You ain't making a
Say
damn
you-
thing.
You worked for Ghost Donkey right here. Ghost Donkey is not going to give you money from their corporation. They're going to give you your own money from your own social security card because you have money already put in place every time someone is born. That's why you're given a social security account. And the government system is just playing us. Like this whole system is
You see,
playing.
but these is things that a lot of people, they don't want to hear these things. Cause I know this stuff that you talking about, I know these things. I'm a business owner. My brother's a business owner. A lot of people there know these things and they won't do shit about it.
Yeah.
That's why Christ told us to do this. Bring that out.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse 23.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto the servant,
Into the who?
unto the servant,
Uh-huh.
go out into the highways and hedges
That's where we at. We in the highways and the hedges where all the people come. Keep going.
and compel them to come in.
To do what?
And compel them to come in,
Uh-huh.
that my house may be filled.
And that's all we doing, bro. My job as a believer in Christ, as a believer in the Bible, my job is to come out here and wake my brothers up. Now, if they listen or not, that's already up to the Most High God. But my job is to do the work of the Lord. This is my first job. My first occupation is to plant the seed of the Lord with wisdom and knowledge. After that, I go out and I got my businesses. I make my money. I like looking fresh. I go out and eat. But my first occupation is to do the work of the Lord.
I appreciate y'all doing it.
For sure,
Real quick,
cuz.
man, I'm gonna put you on real quick. Just something I want you to look out for. I know y'all out here trying to do good and everything. History is great,
Uh-huh.
but the future, like what's about to happen, is super important. And
Of
I want
course.
you to know Revelations, it talks about how every single nation, every single belief, every single religious system, every single entity,
Uh-huh.
God, Jesus,
Uh-huh.
Buddha, it
Uh-huh.
doesn't matter, is going to be displayed in the sky, and every single one of them is going to come together to form one religion for all people. I don't know if you noticed the dust and the clouds that have been happening in the nighttime, and all this pollution and dust that came through here.
Right.
It was happening in Tennessee with my brother, and it's spread across the world, and it's a dust. They're telling us it's just like dust and sand in the air. All this shit that's come in the last like 2 months into Texas. They're literally just covering up what they're doing in the sky, and I need you to like look into this, my guy, because if you could like this is great, and I love what you're doing, but if you could help people out with what's about to come,
Bro, what you saying is
man,
definitely
man,
truth.
I'm telling you, they're already working on drones in the sky that are gonna display. They have to have a reason why. And when the rapture happens and everyone else that was meant to go to heaven leaves, they have to have a reason why everyone disappeared. And it's not going to be, they're not going to tell everybody that it was God that came and saved everybody. It's going to be that there was an alien invasion, which is why alien shit and all that is so popular on TikTok right now. But the only reason why they're going to be able to display that in the sky is drones. And they told it to us, they're telling it to us in movies, and all these movies about these drones, and that Spider-Man movie that came out where Spider-Man was fighting that the guy with the globe over his head,
guy,
and he had all the drones and stuff, and they displayed that fake shit in the air. That's how they're going to display to us what's happening, and they're going to make every entity in the sky come together as one religion, but it's not going to be God. It's
I
gonna be the
know.
Antichrist.
You know that's Bible what you said, because the Bible said the world would try to deceive the very elect. The elect are the children of God that have the wisdom and understanding. The stuff that you're talking about, everybody not gonna get it. But
No,
it's
I know, I
it's
know.
up for me and you to spread it, but everyone's not gonna get it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I come out here and I teach history, archaeology, and prophecy. A prophecy is something that was told way back when, and it's actually gonna happen. Because what you're talking about is in the Bible. You just worded it different, but it's in the Bible.
Yeah.
So we on the same page.
It's because the Bible speaks from references from back in the day. We're in now technology. And
Most
now
definitely.
today,
But
so
those
we
were
have to
ancient
use
men
we have
trying
to
to
use
describe
Exactly.
from nowadays to get people to understand.
Yes,
If
sir.
we don't understand when something is in the sky, when God's talking about things in the sky, how is anything going to be put in the sky nowadays?
Exactly.
A drone. That's how things are displayed in the
Yeah.
sky right now, and it's really big in China. They're not doing it in America because they don't want us to know. They
Most
don't want
definitely.
us to be in a higher consciousness. They want us to be down here because the thing that runs everything is the devil.
Let me get you one more before you go, King. Let me get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Because after everything that we said, if we not doing this right here, nothing is gonna protect us when that day come that you were just talking about. Because we're gonna be so lost in the sauce. Bring that out.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So after everything that we just talked about, this is what it's really about.
Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God. And keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
That's it. That's what it's all about. Because God told us what to do to prevent the confusion that they gonna put on us. That's a commandment. He told us to do something. So if you're keeping the commandment and having faith in who the world called Jesus Christ, not this white boy, then you're gonna be all right, fam. You feel me? Hey man, y'all stay blessed, man. For sure, man. Hey man, make sure you tap into the YouTube channel, King. Y'all stay blessed and stay safe. Love y'all. You know, and that's what it's all about, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's all about, man. Just coming out here to do the sincere milk of the scriptures. That's what our people need to hear. Hey, what I'm gonna talk about, keep the commandments, keep the commandments, keep the commandments. If the Most High God put it on your spirit, naturally, you're gonna start keeping the commandments. Naturally. That's like if a woman love you, she's naturally gonna follow your lead.